Hey, what's up guys? Luke Hessler here, and I want to welcome you guys to the Young Pros. You see, 3 years ago when I decided to make the same decision that you guys just made and get involved in this movement, I was at a point in my life where I wasn't satisfied, right? I knew I wanted more. I was a dead broke college student with literally no money to my name. I got started in the business from a loan from my parents, teaching me a lesson that these things don't work. And in about 3 years, I took that loan and have turned it into now over $420,000 of profit. We've now helped over 150 people make an extra $500 to $1,000 a month in the worst economy since the Great Depression, and have helped tens of thousands of people improve their life physically. And now I want to pay that information forward to you. You see, it's my goal here to really help you do what I've already done. And the difference between this business and everything else is that it's not competition based. It's really based off relationships and based off helping other people succeed. So that's what I do for you. You see, that's what was done for me. I didn't come up with any of this information. I'm really not that smart, right? I simply listened to people who A, had what I wanted, B, had been where I'm at, and C, were willing to help me, you know? And those people was a guy named Tom Elkazin and Brad Elkazin. Actually, guys' names Tom Elkazin and Brad Elkazin. Tom Elkazin is the number 15 career income earner in all of network marketing, made over $34 million in this industry. He taught me the philosophies, right? And then Brad Elkazin is his son, and he kind of took those philosophies and merged them with the young demographic, right? With our generation, with Facebook, with Twitter, with Instagram, with the most socially connected generation of all time. And now we're seeing an incredible push of young people in this industry that's never been done before. So real quick, I want to help you guys really understand it all. The point of this video, once again, like I said, is to help you guys really miss all the mistakes that I made in the beginning so that you guys can find success even faster. So first off, let's get into why we do what we do, right? You can invest your time into anything, so why would you invest it into this? Well, here's the idea, guys. Right now, we're stuck in a system that doesn't work. Okay, have you guys ever heard the statement that 97% of the wealth in America is owned by 3% of the population? So you put 100 people in a room and you have $100. 97 of those dollars are going to 3 people, and the other 97 people get to split $3. Okay, that's wealth distribution in America right now. So I always question, why is that? Okay, why is that? And what I've found is it's that we're all in a system, all right, that's making us a part of the 97%. Go to high school, get good grades. Go to college, get good grades. Make a resume, apply for a job, work 40 years of your life for 40 hours a week for 40 years of your life, retire on 40% of your income, and that's life. Right? The problem with that, guys, that's industrial age thinking. The 40-40-40 plan is obsolete due to technology and outsourcing. And now this is our chance to actually step up and step out and get something different, right? In order for things in your life to change, you got to change things in your life. In order to get something different, you need to do something different. So this is a way out of that 97%. This is a way to create, instead of a linear income, right, where you work for maybe 1 or 2 pay raises in the course of 5 years and your income looks like this, we're gonna make what's called a vertical income, where your income looks like this, okay? And it's actually a vertical leveraged residual income. Vertical because it goes up, all right, rather than just going like that, up based on productivity. All right, leveraged because you don't just get paid off of your own efforts, but off the efforts of others as well. And residual because if you quit working, you continue to get paid. I'm talking you work your butt off for 5 years, you go over to Australia for a year, no cell phone, no computer, you don't say Vemma, you still make money, right? For 5 years, let's say you get to $50,000 a month, okay? $50,000 a month. Now you leave for a year, right? You leave for a year. Don't say anything. You come back, your income is A, the same, or B, it has grown. I'm talking you get paid without doing work. You get paid for the work you did previously. A vertical leveraged residual income is what Vemma gives us the opportunity to create. Okay, so now people ask me, it's like, well, if this is so good and this is such a way out, why is it there are people that don't make money? Right? Why is that? And I always answer the question right back with, well, hey, if working out and exercise, or how do you get in shape? What is the system, right? It's diet and exercise. Working out, right, consistently and actually eating the right way. And if that's such a good system, why are there so many fat people in America? Right? Why is it that so many people who buy a gym membership January 1st don't actually get in shape? Why is that? Right? It's all the same opportunity. It's because they don't have the self-discipline. The same thing in this business, guys. It's the exact same thing in this business. It's either A, they don't have the self-discipline, or B, they just don't have the direction, right? We say, yeah, work out and exercise and diet and exercise is the key, but they don't know what diet even is. What foods do I eat? Or they don't know what exercises to do. They don't know the difference between a bench press and a bicep curl, right? And that's why getting a personal trainer who will motivate you and guide you is really, really helpful if you're trying to become in better shape physically, right? Well, in this business, I'm your personal trainer. Whoever enrolled you, you have a personal trainer. We're here to teach you and guide you. So what is it, right? How do you actually go out there and make money? What does it really take to become successful in this business? So let me dive into it real quick, guys. You must do three things, three main things, no doubt, period, end of story. Okay, and here they are. Number one, first thing you got to do is you must have a dream paired with a decision. Okay, I've heard that success is a decision away. And what does that mean? That means that you figure out a life that you want to live and you decide you're willing to die for it. You're willing to do anything it takes to go out there and make that happen, right? And it first starts with figuring out what you want, that dream, figuring out where you want to go, right? Think of a GPS. You put in the destination before you figure out which way, before they give you the directions, right? Got to put in the destination first. So that's first the dream, right? This is the only thing that will fuel you through it all. How much residual income do you want, right? Residual income, where if you leave, you keep getting paid. $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month. What do you want? Figure it out, okay? That's number one, is dream. Number two is that dream's got to be paired with a decision, right? And that's the second part, okay? First it's a dream, now it's got to be paired with a decision. And if you make the decision, there's four characteristics of someone who's made a decision. Number one, they're coachable and willing to change. They say, I don't know what I don't know. What I know has gotten me where I'm at, and I want to go further. So tell me what I need to know. All right, that's what they say. Number two is they stay plugged in and inspire their team to do the same thing. And I'm going to dive in a little bit more into that a little bit later in this thing. And number three, they work as if their life depends on it because they know it just might, right? They know that there's no other way to get that dream and make that dream into a reality. So they work like it. And number four is that they never, ever, ever give up, guys. So the first key, the first step in becoming successful is you must have a dream and it must be paired with a decision. That's number one. Number two is that you must take consistent action, right? You must do what others won't now so that you can live like others can't later. Do you get it? All right? And daily consistent action is simple. Don't confuse activity with productivity. A lot of people do this, okay? There's three things that we get paid for here in Vemma. All right, it's not studying product knowledge. It's not making a list. It's not doing all that kind of stuff. It's not doing that. It's A, personally enrolling. You telling a new person about the business and they actually go to your website and hit buy product. B, group enrolling. Helping a teammate do exactly that. Helping a teammate talk to a friend and helping them enroll their friend. Or three, hosting a strategy session. Right, hosting a strategy session with a new member. And I'm going to elaborate on this a little bit later as well. But you just got to remember, guys, those are the only things that are going to get you paid. And there's a couple of steps to doing these. So when you want to personally enroll, okay, so it's like, okay, personally enrolling, telling new friends about this. Well, how do I do that? Well, there's three enrolling steps, three enrolling keys, all right? Number one is you got to know how to make a list. You got to be able to find people that either A, want to make more money financially, or B, want to look better physically, all right? And write their names down. The second step is you got to learn how to invite them, right? Invite them to hear about this business. And the best way to do that is by leveraging, right? Being like, hey, man, I just met my great friend, Jamie, all right? Dude, he 2 years ago, he was working at Taco Bell, and then he started this business. He's making six figures, and he's traveling the world now, and he wants to expand to our area, and he thinks we can do it, man. I got to get you on the phone with him tomorrow at 8. Are you down? Right? So number one is the list. Number two is inviting them to hear about this, inviting the people on your list by leveraging, just like the example I gave you. And then number three is just presenting. And the best way to present, the best thing about this is that you don't have to present, right? You have tools that can do that for you. We have conference calls, all right? We have leaders that'll get on three-way calls for you. We have different kinds of home events, right? If you have a home event, you invite your friends over to your house to hear about this. We'll Skype in and tell the story, right? That's the key. So that's the enrolling steps. Once again, number one is making the list. Number two is inviting. And number three is actually presenting. And the presenting can be done by us, okay? So it's a simple, easy thing. Those are the keys to enrollment. And as you go through this, just remember the law of averages, all right? Not everyone's going to do this. Some will, some won't. So what, right? But here's the key quote. Make up in numbers what you lack in skill. Okay? Make up in numbers what you lack in skill. This is what I mean. Imagine we get in a competition. You're really good. You can get like 9 out of 10 people involved. I only get like 1 out of 10 people involved. And we have a competition on who can enroll more in a month. All right? I'm going to beat you, right? How am I going to do that? Number one is I'm just going to go out there and talk to 100 people and get 10 of them when you only talked to 10 people and got 9, right? I win. Why? Not because I'm better than you, but because I worked harder, right? Make up in numbers what you lack in skill. And here's the secret, is that at first I got 1 out of 10, 1 out of 10, 1 out of 10. But then I got better, and I got 2 out of 10, and then 3 out of 10, and then 3 out of 10, then 3 out of 10, then maybe even 4 out of 10, right? So as you do it more, you are going to get better. But just don't let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. People are going to say no. Who cares? It's not a big deal. It's not for everyone. We just want to find the people that it is for and show them the way out, right? So remember, once again, take consistent action. Consistent action is what? Person enrolling, group enrolling, or hosting a strategy session. All right, and remember to perfect the 3 enrolling skills. Making a list, inviting someone to hear about it, and presenting the opportunity. All right, and number 3, the last key, right? Number 1 is make a dream with a decision. Number 2 was take consistent action. And number 3 is the last key to this thing. The last key to this thing is this. Keep a positive attitude. All right? Keep a positive attitude. This is the secret, guys, is that you can't determine what happens to you in this business. You can only determine how you react. People are going to say no. People are going to quit. People are going to tell you you're crazy. People are going to say you're dumb. You got to have rhino skin. You can't give a crap about what other people think about you because their opinions aren't paying your bills. Do you get it? Okay? Don't listen to people who don't have the results that you want. That would be like if your friend who's dead broke tells you Vemma doesn't work and that it's stupid and it's dumb, so you shouldn't do it. After talking to a kid, you're talking to me right now who made $420,000 over the last 3 years through this, are you really going to listen to your friend? That doesn't make sense. That would be like listening if you're trying to get in shape, all right, you have a fat kid trying to tell you what to eat, all right? I wouldn't listen to him because if he knew what to eat, he wouldn't be fat. Right? So I wouldn't listen to someone on how to make money if they're not making money. Because if they knew how to, they wouldn't do it. Do you get it? Okay, so you got to keep this positive attitude, knowing that things are going to happen, right? And there's 2 ways to keep a positive attitude. 2 ways, and you must commit to both of these. Number 1 is you must stay plugged in to calls and events. We have weekly conference calls and weekly events. Okay, we have actually weekly, monthly, and yearly events. But weekly conference calls, stay plugged into them. They're all on this Facebook page, so make sure you stay plugged into them. The events, they'll also be posted on the page. Talk to your upline. You can host the events. And we actually want you to host the events. And make sure you go to them, guys. Being around like-minded people is an incredible thing. And then number 2, after staying plugged in besides the events and the calls, is you must listen to audios and read daily. Okay, audios are like books on tape. I hated reading before this. I hated it. But then what I realized is I can steal someone's mind by reading, right? I was never a genius, okay? But if I find something, and I can learn it if I really, 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 really want to. If I need to, I can do it, you know? So what I found with reading and audios is I can steal someone's mind. I can take someone who devoted their entire life to figuring out how this works, and I can just get like the spark notes of it all. And then just learn the spark notes, right? That's what I used to do in school anyways, you know, so it works out. Okay, and that's what you got to do. So the audios, you must listen to them in the car. Just don't listen to music all the time. All right, I still bump to stuff. It's cool, but like take some time, all right, and listen to audios. And then number 2 is read books. Okay, 30 minutes in the day, 30 minutes before in the morning, 30 minutes before you go to bed. It's the key, guys. And once again, what books and what audios? Check out the post under this video, and I made a list of them, and I do recommend that you read them in this order. I think it's really going to be helping you guys. So that's number 2. And that's number 3 is that you must stay plugged in, or you must keep a positive attitude by staying plugged into calls and events and listening to audios and reading daily. Think of it this way. It's like your phone, your brain and your mind and your mental attitude is kind of like a phone. When it's plugged in, like if my phone was plugged in right now, it would be charging, right? But because it's not plugged in, what's it doing? It's slowly but surely starting to die, right? And that's the key. And if I don't plug it in, eventually it's going to die. And that's your business, right? When you're not reading a book, listening to an audio at an event or on a call, all right, you're not charging. You're slowly dying, actually. But then when you go to an event, get on a call, read an audio, listen to a book, it's like recharging your mental attitude and you get fired up again. Do you get it? Okay, good. It's important. It really is important. So those are the three actions. Those are the three things it must take for you to do. In order for you to find success in this business. But let me throw one more thing at you. All right, and this is a crazy concept. This is a paradigm shift you're going to have. Is that in this business, it's not just what you can do, but what you can help others do and help duplicate. Okay? So the key is to create duplication. Okay? If you build the people will build the business. But here's the key. The real secret is that it's you utilize the system. The system builds the people. And the people build the business. What I'm giving you right now is the system. If you do what I'm telling you to do, I promise you, you as an individual, your skills will get better. Your mental attitude will get better. And as those skills and your mental attitude improves, your business will get better. So if you utilize the system, all right, the system will build the people and the people will build the business. Okay, and here's the key. The key is duplication. All right, having other people do what you've already done. And the key to duplication is what? It's that third part of the action steps. Remember the three things I said you get paid for? Personally enrolling, group enrolling, and what? Hosting a strategy session with the newest member. And there's three parts to it. Number one is you plug them into the tools. All right, you plug them into the tools. We've got two main tools. Number one, we got social media and we've got the websites, right? So here's our social media tools. We've got our Facebook pages. This Facebook page, tag them in this post. Have them see this video, right? So that they learn, so they know the information, right? Then number two, plug them into leaders' profiles. Talk to your upline and whoever got you enrolled and tell them, hey, who should I friend on Facebook? Who should I follow on Instagram? Who should I follow on Twitter, right? All the leaders that are doing this from across the country, follow them because success leaves clues, right? Figure out what they're doing, how they think, why they do what they do. And if you duplicate their actions, you reciprocate their results. Do you get it? Good, okay? And the third thing is go to our YouTube channel, YP All Access. Spencer Taylor did an incredible job with this series, and it's going to help you guys find all the success you need in this business, guys. So that's for social media, Facebook pages, leaders profiles, and the YouTube channel. And then number two for this are the websites, okay? And the websites I use are number one, Vemma.com. All right, it's everything for products and company credibility. Got all your clinical studies on there, any product fact sheets, all the 159 awards that Vemma has won, and everything, okay? Number two is I use myroadmaptosuccess.com. There are recorded calls, trainings, things like that. It was made by Tom Alkazin. Another one you can look for is yprvoice.com. That's Brad Alkazin's website for all the recorded calls, trainings, things like that. So that's what you need for that, guys. Number one, remember, was plug them into the tools. Number two, key to success. All right, your key to duplication is fill out the 8-step action plan, right? There is an 8-step action plan, a roadmap to success that will help you become successful, okay? And the key steps that you want to focus on in that are 1, 3, and 8. Okay, don't skip this. It takes about 45 minutes to sit down with someone and go through their action steps, right? Step number one is figure out their dreams. Step number two is taking a list, all right? And step number three is making a list. And step number 8 is going out and taking action. It's so important, all right? And people skip this step and they just give them the action plan and like, go do it, right? Don't do that. Right? Don't do that. You got to sit down with them, figure out why, for 2 reasons. Number one is that you're going to make a relationship with the newest member. I'll bet you that dude has never had someone ask him what his dreams are, what his goals are, what his aspirations are. And you are, right? And you are. And because you're doing that, it's going to feel like he cares. And people don't, he's going to know that you care. And people don't care what you know until they know that you care. Right? It's so important, guys. So that's number one reason. And number two is you're giving him a plan, right? If you're doing a business, if you're an entrepreneur, you better have a business plan. You're giving him his business plan, guys. And these action steps can either be found at Vemma.com for $2.50, or if you got on the affiliate builder pack, which you should have, all right, they come for free in the affiliate builder pack. So ask your upline or your enroller a little bit more details on that, guys. The number 3, the last step to duplication is you schedule the first two home events. All right, schedule the first 2 home events, right? Now they're plugged in. They've gone to all the Facebook pages. They see it. They've got their mindset right? They've done their action plan. They know what their goals are. They've made their list. They've learned the invite process. Now the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step, right? It starts with a single step. So schedule those first 2 home events. And all a home event is a time where they're going to schedule a time where they're going to invite their friends to their house. I'd say around, 5 to 10 people for the first home event, maybe even 3 to 5 if you want to keep it smaller. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. Okay, whatever you're comfortable with, whatever feels best to you. But invite those friends to their house, and you're either going to, A, have an upline that's actually going to drive out there and be there physically for your first home event, or B, they're going to Skype in and do all the explaining for you, right? Remember the first two, the three enrolling skills: make a list, invite, and present. Well, this scheduling your first 2 home events is the first 2 things. It's the inviting, right? Now let us do the presenting and let us go do the rest of the work from there. So that's the keys, guys. Number 1, remember duplication. Plug them into the tools, social media and websites. Number 2, fill out the 8-step action plan. It takes about 40 minutes. Do it, do it, do it. And number 3 is schedule their first 2 home events. Remember, don't let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. It's easy to worry about what your friends are going to think. It's easy to worry about, it's like, oh, what if they don't like it? What if this? What if that? Cut it, dude. I'm telling you. You can't worry about what other people think, because you're not going to pay the bills with their opinion. So with that, guys, hey, that's the steps. That's what it takes to become successful in Vemma. And now the ball's in your court. Now it's your move, right? What are you going to do? Are you going to implement these? I'm telling you, if you do, it'll be the best decision you've ever made in your entire life. How do I know that? I'm not saying that out of theory, out of like, oh yeah, it sounds like it's good. I'm saying that because out of my heart. You can hear that I'm passionate about this. You can hear that this isn't a sales pitch. You can hear that this is the real freaking deal. Okay? And I'm telling you that if you make this decision, you commit to these daily activities, you commit to these daily actions, and you teach your team to do the same thing, your life will never be the same again. You'll have the freedom you've always dreamed of. You'll be able to drive the car you want. You'll be able to live the life you want. You'll be able to travel where you want. You'll be able to pay for your families, retire your parents, right? You'll be able to do anything that you want in this world. You know what you're going to have? You will have options to do what you want, when you want, with whoever you want, however the hell you want it. And it's so, so, so worth it. This isn't easy, but it's worth it. All right, it's not easy, but it's simple. It's simple, very simple, practically simple, emotionally kind of tough, but 150% worth it. So with that, guys, once again, my name's Luke Hessler. This business, this system that I just gave to you guys helped me go from being a dead broke college student to where in the last 3 years I've made well over $420,000 through this business. I don't say that to boast. I don't say that to brag. I say that to show you the true potential of this model. You can see I'm a normal kid, 22 years old, sitting here in a snapback talking to you guys today. And if I can do it, you can do that. So with that, guys, go chase your dreams. Don't let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. And let's make this be the decision that changed your whole life forever. Take care, guys.